Hey everybody, welcome back to the Desk of Interesting Things. It's been a while since we looked at something new. This time, got ourselves a big box here. This is a multi-function folding washing machine. Don't know what that means. Close fitting, not close, just close fitting, healthy cleaning. So this is a mini washing machine that kind of been going the rounds. Picked it up online. These things run for about, I don't know, between about $25 to $50. They're kind of all over the place, depending on where you look. This one came from Temu, and I've been seeing this pop up everywhere, so I decided to pick one up to check out what it's about. So let's unbox this one first to see what's inside. So the machine comes in this big plastic bag. Let's pull this out. Let's get rid of that box and let's see what we have to work with. So inside we have a lid, just kind of loosely packed. We have what looks like the agitator, I would assume, or the cage with the agitator. Instructions folded up. Power brick right here that you're going to need. And the machine itself in purple. Now, why would you need a machine like this? Probably don't, but there are some applications that I saw with it. So if you're in a dorm room, right, and you don't have access to a laundry facility at all times when you need one, this is perfect for your socks, your underwear, a little small sports gear, maybe a shirt or two at the most. But what really is interesting about this is the potential to use this while traveling. So if you have an RV, if you're camping or going to be for an extended period of time, you can take something like this that folds down fairly small, not too big, and you can do a little bit of laundry if you have a little solar power connector. So there are some applications to this, especially for RV life or van life, potentially, but I just thought it was an interesting device to play around with. So let's just take a look at the instruction manual here. Security considerations, respective customer. Okay, so here we go. So it does open up. So here it is down here folded. Here it is open with the lid and extended. So it looks like we can just, oh, we can. So we can just pop this. Let's see if we can do it here. Pop this out. This pulls, oh, there we go. Oh, that's actually pretty large. So that's the size of the unit there. Here is the outflow plug. So this is the drain plug over here. Plug that back in. Here are the controls over here. So can we see them this way? There is 10-minute standard wash here, 15-minute soft wash, and 2-minute semi-dehydration. And you can switch between them here. So the 10-minute looks like a t-shirt is on there, so regular clothes. 15-minute for soft and delicates, so that would be your undergarments and stuff. And 2 minutes for semi-dehydration. So maybe that's the spin cycle. I'm not sure. We'll see. So that's the depth in there. Yeah, you can easily fit a handful of socks, a load of underwear, maybe a shirt or two in here for that. So this inside here is just like a silicone rubber. This is a hard plastic, and that's the extension. So here is the catch basin where your clothes looks like would go in. You can put that right there if you're doing a small load. And I assume you could probably take this out to do it longer. Maybe that's a drying thing, a spin cycle for drying. I'm not sure. What did the instructions say? I guess we should follow along. The washing machine fold. First, remove lid. Okay. Both hands hold the box in the washing machine, then downward force. Folding bucket back into folding step by step. Okay, so here we go. The water. Water directly in bucket. Please do not. Will be higher than 60 degrees of hot water, so don't use any boiling water. Directly into the washing machine. Wash clothes in order to avoid boring, blah, blah, blah. Key functions as indicated. Yes. Note the conversion of time according to the following buttons. Not a whole lot of instructions going into this, but here's the lid. So I assume this just clips in right here. Don't want to break anything. And that is that. Does it clip in? I think so. There you go. And it just seals there. That's not the best seal in the world, but maybe I don't have this clipped in all the way. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Okay, so it clips in all the way. And then you have this, so you can carry it around with you. And here, let's take a look at the charging plug. I'm assuming this is going to be about as cheap as they get. And oh, yeah, generic. So what is the wattage on this? Can we see? This is, for anyone looking, this is a 1202, 12 volt, 2 amps. So this is about pretty standard barrel plug here. So if you do lose this, you can get a replacement anywhere, pretty simple. So this is it. It's about as simple as you can go in terms of a washing machine. But let's actually try this out. We'll take a look at it in action a little bit, and then we'll see about the results, okay? So we'll be right back here in a second. All right, so we have it set up here. We filled the water up to the line, read the directions as best we can. It's plugged in here on the sink, and we've got a set of clothes here. We've got socks, we've got undies, and we've got washing stuff, and then we've got smelly stuff. So let's dump it all in, and let's see how it goes. So go ahead and dump all that stuff in there. It's a collection of both of our stuff. Get it in there. So this is probably, what is this, like 4 pairs of socks, my boxers, your shorts, and your top bra there. So pretty full. We'll dump in this, maybe not this full. So we got that in there, and we'll kind of give it a little go there, and then we'll put in a little bit of the smelly stuff we like. And it should be good right there. And then down here, you've got the button. Now there's only one button here, and it'll cycle between them. So we'll just do a standard 10-minute wash. If we hit the button, is it plugged in? There we go. Okay, make sure it's plugged in. So we hit the button, and now it's gonna start to go. And you can kind of see it. Now, depending on what you have in here, the more you have, the slower it'll agitate, the less you have, the better it will be. And it's going to start and stop, and it'll go forward and it'll go backwards. You can kind of see now it's going to go in the other direction. Now it's picking up a little bit of speed. Then it'll stop. And it'll go in the other direction. And we got a whole bunch of different colors in here. Lights, darks, everything in between, and it's going to start spinning. So this is going to go for 10 minutes. And then when it's done, we'll come back and see how it looks. So we'll be right back in a flash. Okay, so it's drained. Now, it's recommended that when you're done with this, you don't have to, but you want to help the machine as much as you can. So we squeezed it just a little bit and threw everything back in. So it's still a little bit of damp in there, but it's not soaking wet. That's just going to help the machine do a little more. So we're going to take this close. We drained it. We filled it a little bit again, just to get some of the suds out, and then we emptied it, and Kitty's here to join us. You see him, hear him in most of our videos. So let's put this into the basket. Now, if it doesn't fit, you may have to run it a couple of times, but we're gonna try to get everything in there, and we're just gonna kind of see how it goes in terms of what will fit in there. So we have a bunch of socks. We squeeze most of it out, squeeze a little bit more, and we'll stick it in. And when we're done, we'll show you how much stuff he has. And he is very interested in what we're doing. Got one last Cheez-It in there. Squeeze it, and we'll put it in. So when you're doing your wash, a good idea is to fill this container first, so you can kind of get an idea of what you have in there. And then once you have that filled in there, then you can dump that into the water to see. So now once that's open, you're gonna come down here, you're gonna hit the button again, and every time you hit the button, it's gonna change. So we don't want a 10-minute cycle, we don't want 15, we want 2-minute semi-dehydration. So we'll go and hit the button. We'll make sure it's plugged in. Here we go. And hit it once, twice, and dehydration. There it goes. So when it does that, it's just gonna go in a constant spin cycle as opposed to going back and forth. And now he is very interested in what we're doing. So as you can see, we're spinning, it's doing okay. We lost a sock there, probably from the initial spin cycle back and forth, but it seems to be holding okay. So now this is going to last for 2 minutes. You wanna help us close the lid, buddy? Can you help us close the lid? Thank you. And that's gonna go for 2 minutes. And when that's done, we'll take a look at what we got. So we'll be right back with that. All right, so we're back. Phone died. We swapped over here. We ran a spin cycle. We did lose one Cheez-It sock, but that was okay. So we put that one back in. So let's go take a look at what we have and let's pull it out. Now, one thing I did want to note is that some people that did this have left the plug in when they were doing a spin cycle and then draining. That's probably gonna get your stuff wet. So when we ran it, we actually left this open so that any excess water came right out, and that was a big help. So if you're in a sink, we recommend doing that. So let's pull this out. They're still wet, of course, but they are fairly dry. So let's see what we got here. We've got 1, 2, get some Old Bay. Look at that, we got some Cheez-Its. There's 3 socks. So 4 pairs of socks in here. We've got 1 top and a pair of boxers, and we filled up the thing. So this is probably about the recommended size for filling this. You could go and get away with another pair of socks, maybe another pair of boxers, but it'll slow it down. But in terms of speed and effectiveness, this is what we want. They smell nice, they look clean, they look fine to us. And then from here, all you want to do is, of course, hang dry, which we do out here to save money. We don't technically like to use the dryer if we don't have to. So I think if you're in a tight spot, an RV, camping, something like that, on the road, living that van life, or in a very small place, or conscientious about, you know, you don't want to do a whole load of this in a giant washing machine. For little stuff, I think this is great. If you have a kid, you have a baby, this is great for washing their clothes separately from your clothes, because you have different detergents and stuff like that. So there are a lot of options for this. And of course, when you're done with this, this folds down. So this is the washing machine. I guess it's not really branded. It's just called washing machine. You can get this online from all sorts of places. We got this one from Temu, and there's sales going on. So if you're interested in something like this, or if you use this yourself, let us know in the comments below, and let us know if you would want to pick one up. So for that, we're gonna be gone here because we're gonna go hang these up outside, and we'll see you guys in the next video.